Hello Junior Tuckies, I am Mrs. Bredenkamp. This is the third and final installment of the exam preparation series. In this lesson, I'm going to cover paper 3, creative and transactional writing. Let's get into it. Let's have a look at some general tips from the GDE. Try not to answer topics superficially. You need to be creative. This is the point of this assessment. You need to pick a topic that you fully understand. If you do not understand the topic, it's going to translate into your writing. Then try write from your own experience as far as possible. You can add a little spice to it, but writing from your own experience is seen as very authentic when we are marking. Then, do not combine the topics or use ideas from section B in your essay. Your marker will know and it becomes confusing and you are going to be marked down. Then you need to manage your time correctly. Many people do not finish this paper because they take too much time. Then try not to use longer quotations in your essays, and this also includes a lot of direct speech. You need to understand the quote in full and how it links to the topic of your essay, as well as when it comes to direct speech, it needs to add to your essay and not just be a filler. Then you need to plan sufficiently. Structure becomes a very big problem if you write your essay first and then do the planning. Grade 11s, I know the trick. You write your essay, you do the planning later. Please avoid doing this. Quickly do a short bit of planning, just what each paragraph is going to have, how you're going to start the story, how you're going to end the story, and what happens in between. It's not that difficult and it doesn't take up that much time. It will produce a better flowing essay. Then, spelling is an ever-growing problem. Please try practice spelling more often or even read more often. General tips continued. Grade 11s, you need to ensure that you are writing in a full sentence. Remember, that means you need a finite verb. Alright, so if you do not write in full sentences, you will be marked down in your essays. Then SMS, WhatsApp language, or any type of abbreviations is not going to be okay in any type of formal assessment. Please avoid this. Then try pay attention to improving your sentence structure, that you have the correct tense, avoid using redundancy or repeating yourself, and other basic language skills that enhances your writing. You need to work on improving. And how do you improve? You do this with practice. Then do not use subheadings in your essay. This is not a business essay. Then also please stay away from stringing this impressive vocabulary together that actually doesn't add anything to your essay. This could be almost like a malapropism error. Please use the language that you are comfortable with and tell the story that you are comfortable with. Then please set out your paper in an organized and neat way and cross out your planning or rough work so that the marker doesn't accidentally mark your rough work. Then don't change your handwriting styles halfway through the paper. Here are even more tips. So reading or listening to the news is a really good idea so that you know about current events that are going on in the country. General knowledge will help you in writing a more in-depth essay and a more in-depth transactional. Then, one important thing, do not preach in your essay or in your transactional. Do not say you must, people should. This is often cliched, and please also don't use cliched Instagram quotes. Avoid this. If you are going to preach to someone in your essay, you can just imagine how it feels when your parents preach to you at home. You do not enjoy it, so don't do this in an essay, and do not do this in a transactional either. Then, do not fall victim to the last paper syndrome. Usually paper 3 is written at the end of the exams. You need to go through your structures. You need to understand your different types of essays and your different types of transactionals as well. Then, please avoid writing anything that has to do with sexuality or romantic daydreams. Remember that a marker is just a person. They might be more conservative than you are. Then a thing that has been coming up in the last recent years is that people or candidates are writing very gory and blood-soaked paragraphs. It can be overused at times. Then, do not write the plot of a movie or a story that you have read. This isn't your own work. This is even a form of plagiarism. Create your own stories, be authentic, and you can see it in your writing. Then also avoid using the quote, "a wise man once said." This may irritate your marker. Remember, they are people too. And then please, for the love of everything that is good in this world, do not end your essay with, "I woke up from a dream and the coffee was cold." This is completely unbelievable and often quite irritating and annoying for the marker when you've read this beautiful essay and it ends up being a dream. It's a real anticlimax and a letdown. And finally, just some important things to remember. Your structure. You need to study your structure, grade 11s. Then your register. This is the most important part of writing your essay as well as your transactionals. Are you going to write in a formal register or in an informal register? How will you know which ones to write in? You need to see who the transactional is addressed to. For example, you could have a formal letter asking for you to apply for a job. You're going to write in a formal manner, in a formal register. Or you could have a blog post that you need to write about Christmas coming up. That can be a little bit more informal because you want to relate to people. Then, spelling and grammar is so incredibly important and what gets people marked down the most. Please, grade 11s, read more often. And then the last tip over here is make it interesting. Just like you don't like boring lessons when you're at school, markers don't enjoy marking boring essays or boring transactionals. Thank you for watching this series on exam preparation. Best of luck with all of your upcoming exams. Bye!